G'day guys and girls. I'm going to do a cartridge comparison on the 3006 versus the 6.5 Creedmoor. Now this cartridge comparison is going to be based on real life results. It's a Tikka 6.5 Creedmoor. This barrel here, Tikka 3006. Interesting results that I've got. Now these results aren't coming from loaded data, Hornady books or ADI mags or anything, any type of data where you can load these things up and get them going faster or whatever. When I say real world results, these results that I've crunched the numbers on are from this particular rifle and the factory Hornady 140 ELDM that we use in this rifle, against my brother's Tikka 3006 that I set up a while back, and that's actually on the channel, a few different videos. He's running Seiko game heads in the 150 grain. So this comparison is apples to apples, this rifle versus that rifle. It's not what you can make it do or what you can make it do, it is the exact loads that we're using. Here we are. 3006, 150 grain game head. The velocity claimed on the box is 3020. Put through a chronograph, those bullets are actually doing 2794. They have a BC of 322. Now these are just a soft point. They're, good bullet for shooting deer. Good hunting bullet all around. So at 100 yards, the velocity is 2506 with an energy of 2091 foot-pounds. 200 yards, 2231. Energy, 1657. 300 yards, 1973 and 1296 foot-pounds. 400 yards is 1735 and the energy is 1003. 500 yards, they're doing 1520 feet per second, and they're right down to 769 yards. Sorry, 769 foot-pounds of energy. This particular load, my brother has shot hundreds of deer with that bullet and that load. This here about pulls it up. On killing performance, even at 300, they're not dropping in their tracks. It's really struggling at 300 yards. So that bullet, obviously at that velocity, doesn't work very well. That's where it's sort of at the end of it. So this down here is pretty irrelevant for that particular load. This is crunched numbers at an elevation of 900 metres. Moving over to the 6.5 Creed, it's a 140 grain ELDM. Velocity claimed is 2710. Actual velocity through the chronograph is 2650. They're a high BC, they're a target bullet. So they're at 646, the BC on those, very high. 100 yard velocity, 2525. The energy is 1981. At 200 yards, they're doing 2403 with an energy of 1795. As you can see, at 200 yards, the 6.5 Creedmoor is already in front of the 3006 with that particular load. 300 yards, 2285 feet a second, 1623 foot-pound. 400 yards, 2170 feet per second, 1464 foot-pounds. 500 yards, 2058 feet a second, and 1317 foot-pounds. So over 500 foot-pound more energy at 500 yard, and over 500 feet a second faster at 500 yards. Same elevation. Don't get me wrong, I'm not here ragging on the 3006. I love this cartridge. I learnt to hunt deer with a 3006. I've shot hundreds of deer with a 3006. They are awesome all-round cartridge for lots of different species, even just with a regular soft point. I've used 125 ballistic tips, hand-loaded. I've used 150 Winchesters. I've used, what else have I used? 180 Winchesters. I've used the Remington Corlocks, 150s, 180s. Hornady SST in 150, 165 and 180. In the factory stuff, the best was the 165 Hornady SST in the 3006. They were awesome on deer. They just poleaxed them, hit like lightning. With this, for the thin skin game that we use this on, these bullets are bloody awesome. The deer don't move. These things hit them, they put a massive hole in them and they just drop. The Creedmoor has got, that's a very long streamlined bullet. Sectional density is huge on it. The BC is huge on it. That's why it's not dropping off in velocity much, even though it's only starting out pretty slow. And retained energy right out to 500 is still heaps. So that's a real life comparison. No bullshit books, turning them up, doing whatever. That's just a load that we run and a load that we run. Apples to apples. Cheers.